We missed the out of you out here, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man. Mentally, spiritually, I've been on top of my.
Lil Durk has just made a jaw-dropping revelation in his latest jail call that has the whole rap world talking. What he shared in this conversation is not what anyone expected. Fans have been waiting for Durk to speak out about his time in prison, and the shocking details he revealed could completely flip the narrative. You won't want to miss how his words could change everything for his trial. This phone call between Durk and DJ Academics hit the internet like wildfire, sending shockwaves across social media. But this wasn't just another routine call from behind bars. This was a rare, intimate look into the mind of one of rap's biggest stars. And what Durk revealed about his mindset, his future, and his plans.
What's cracking with you, my brother?
Killer, what you got going?
Man, I've been chilling, man. We missed the out of you out here, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man. Mentally, spiritually, I've been on top of my shit.
Man, we can't wait, bro. We've been praying.
While in jail, was far from ordinary. This is a glimpse into his world that not many people get to see. To truly understand the weight of Durk's shocking statement, we need to take a closer look at his life. Durk Banks was born on October 19, 1992, in Chicago's Englewood neighborhood, which is known for its violence, poverty, and constant struggle. From a young age, Durk was exposed to the harsh realities of life. His father was locked up when he was just 7 months old, leaving his mother to raise him alone. As a teenager, Durk joined the Black Disciples gang, a move that would haunt him throughout his career. Despite all the hardships, Durk found his escape in music. At the age of 17, he became a father, which motivated him to take his music career more seriously. Durk realized that music was his way out of the streets. He started with small freestyles, and soon, his name began buzzing on platforms like MySpace and YouTube. In 2011, his mixtape, I'm a Hitter, helped him break through, and by 2012, Durk's track, L's Anthem, made him a key figure in the Chicago drill scene. But as his career took off, so did his legal troubles. From gun charges to violent altercations, Durk couldn't escape his past. Every time he seemed to rise, something pulled him back down. Despite these setbacks, Durk didn't give up on his music. He kept pushing forward, dropping hit after hit, eventually landing collaborations with artists like Lil Baby, Polo G, and Drake. Durk was on top, but his legal issues kept following him, and things were about to get even worse. In 2020, Durk's life was turned upside down when his close friend and fellow rapper King Von was tragically murdered outside an Atlanta nightclub. Von wasn't just a collaborator, he was family. This loss hit Durk hard, sparking a feud with rapper Quando Rondo and his crew. The rivalry turned from lyrical beef to real-world violence, and Durk allegedly put a bounty on Rondo's head. It didn't take long for things to escalate even further. In August 2022, a failed hit on Rondo left his cousin, Savia Robinson, dead. The shooting would set off a chain of events that put Durk at the center of a major legal battle. The feds got involved, and they accused Durk of organizing the hit. They said Durk offered money and music opportunities to anyone willing to take out Rondo. They even used flight records, text messages, and his own lyrics against him as evidence. But Durk's defense team is fighting back hard. They argue that the evidence is weak, especially the use of his lyrics, and they filed a motion to have the case dismissed. Durk's team is saying the charges are based on faulty evidence, and are pushing to have them thrown out altogether. But the legal drama doesn't stop there. Durk's team is also working on securing his release. They've put together a massive bond package, offering millions of dollars in property and cash to get Durk out while he prepares for trial. If the judge grants the bond, Durk could be out soon, reconnecting with his family and preparing for his defense. But the real question is, will the judge grant it, or will Durk stay behind bars until his trial? Despite the legal battle, Durk's music career is thriving. His latest album, Deep Thoughts, debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, proving that his fans are still supporting him, even as he deals with his legal troubles. His fan base remains loyal, streaming his music and making sure that Durk's influence doesn't fade. Even while incarcerated, Durk is still making his mark on the rap game. In his recent jail calls, Durk revealed something surprising. He's been learning Arabic from fellow inmates. He's not just wasting his time behind bars. He's focused on personal growth. He's sharpening his mind, learning new skills, and staying mentally strong. It's clear that Durk is using this time to better himself, but it raises the question, is he preparing for something bigger in his future, or is he just trying to keep his mind sharp while waiting for his fate? Durk's jail calls also gave us a peek into his ongoing conversations with Kanye West. In one call, Kanye updated Durk on his new album, Bully, and mentioned some industry drama. Durk, for his part, shared that he had been listening to Andre 3000's verse on Life of the Party while locked up, showing that he's still deeply connected to the music world. Even behind bars, Durk is staying in the loop with the latest happenings in hip-hop. Durk's bond hearing is set for May 2025, and it's a crucial moment in his legal battle. If he's granted bond, Durk could be out of jail, focusing on his defense and preparing for his trial. If he's denied again, he'll stay in jail for several more months before his trial begins in October 2025. The pressure is mounting, and Durk's future is uncertain. Will the judge give him a chance at freedom, or will he have to stay locked up for the foreseeable future? And it doesn't stop there. Durk is facing a wrongful death lawsuit filed in February 2025 by the family of Savia Robinson, the victim of the failed shooting. The lawsuit accuses Durk of orchestrating the attack and seeks financial compensation for the loss of a loved one. This adds another layer to the already complicated legal situation, and it's clear that Durk has a lot on his plate. Throughout all of this, Durk's family has been there to support him. His father, Durk Banks, has spoken publicly about holding his son down during this challenging time. Durk's wife, India Royale, has also expressed how much she misses him, and it's evident that the emotional toll of this situation is taking its toll on their family. But even with all the chaos around him, Durk remains focused on his fight for justice and his future. Now, it all comes down to the next few months. Will Durk be found guilty, or will...
Yeah, ain't nothing changed, bro. I just been focused on life, my family and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn how to speak Arabic again.
Wait, how you learn that? Like, how do you get to learn that? You got classes?
I can't hear you.
Do they got classes for that? Or you just...
No, it's a couple guys here that know how to speak Arabic fluently. So I'm just learning the different words and tighten up my Arabic, just getting my knowledge.
Will he prove his innocence? His legal battles, his personal struggles, and his future in the music industry all hinge on what happens next. The stakes have never been higher, and every decision he makes could determine his fate. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. The upcoming months will be crucial in determining whether Durk can escape the system and walk free, or if his past will finally catch up with him in a way he can't outrun. This is a case you won't want to miss, and we'll be here to bring you all the updates as they unfold. The world is watching Durk's every move. His upcoming bond hearing could be the turning point that either sets him free or traps him in. The system for months. With his legal team working around the clock, they're fighting tooth and nail to make sure he has the opportunity to prepare for the trial. But here's the kicker. Durk's defense isn't just about denying the charges. They're about dismantling the entire case the government has built against him. If they succeed in getting the case dismissed, Durk could walk away scot-free, avoiding trial altogether. This isn't just about freedom. This is a war for his legacy, his career, and his future. Durk's legal team is challenging the prosecution's use of his lyrics in their case. They're arguing that lyrics, especially those in rap, should not be treated as criminal evidence unless directly linked to the crime. But here's the problem. The lyrics the prosecution is focusing on weren't even written after the shooting. Durk's lawyers have provided hard evidence showing the timeline of when the song was recorded, and it was months before the incident. This one piece of evidence could prove to be the nail in the coffin for the prosecution. If they can prove that the lyrics don't match the timeline, the case could fall apart entirely. The real question is, will the judge and the jury be swayed? This case has massive implications not only for Durk, but for the entire hip-hop community. The outcome could set a dangerous precedent for how artists' lyrics are treated in courtrooms going forward. If they win this fight, it might just be a game-changer for future cases. But even if the case isn't thrown out, Durk is still pushing forward with his music career. His latest album, Deep Thoughts, shows that he's not letting the legal drama stop him. With tracks that hit number 3 on the Billboard 200, it's clear that his influence has only grown stronger despite everything going on. The fan support is overwhelming, and it's clear that the loyalty of his supporters remains unwavering. His music is continuing to top the charts, and his brand is thriving, even from behind bars. But the situation is far from simple. Durk isn't just battling the courts, he's also fighting public opinion. Some people see him as a victim of the system, caught in a web of violence that was never his fault. Others believe his involvement in the streets is undeniable and that he should face the consequences of his actions. The duality of Durk's image is a struggle that many artists in the drill scene face, and it's something that has followed him throughout his career. But what really matters is the loyalty of his fans, who continue to show up, stream, and buy his music. The emotional toll of everything going on isn't easy to ignore. Durk has talked openly about missing his family, his kids, and his wife, India Royale. India, who has been by his side throughout this whole ordeal, is reportedly missing him more than ever. Their relationship has been strained by the legal battles and the constant public scrutiny, but their connection remains strong. Durk's father, Durk Banks, has also been vocal in supporting his son. He's spoken about the lessons he learned from his own legal troubles and has passed down that wisdom to Durk as he faces his own challenges. But through all of this, Durk has stayed focused. He's doing what he can to stay positive, to keep his mind sharp, and to stay in the game. He's learning new things, keeping up with his musical influences, and even working out while behind bars. His conversations with Kanye West show that he's staying connected to the music world, keeping up with the latest albums, and vibing to new sounds. This drive to keep pushing forward, to stay ahead of the curve, is what makes Durk's story so compelling. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense, there's still the matter of the FBI's extensive investigation into Durk's alleged criminal activities. The feds claim to have gathered an overwhelming amount of evidence, including surveillance footage, flight records, and even statements from Durk's former manager. This evidence could be the key to the prosecution's case. But Durk's legal team is working overtime to prove that this evidence is circumstantial at best. The stakes couldn't be higher. If Durk is convicted, it could change the entire landscape of rap culture. A conviction would send a clear message to other artists about the risks of getting involved in street beefs and criminal activity. But what happens if Durk wins? If he beats this case, he could set a powerful example for artists who are caught up in the same kind of struggles. He'd prove that it's possible to overcome the odds, to fight back against a system that's quick to judge, and to keep your career alive, even when everything seems stacked against you. The legal battle isn't just about Durk's freedom, it's about the future of hip-hop. The way the courts handle this case could shape the entire music industry, especially in the drill scene, where violence and rivalry often spill over into real-world issues. Durk's case could be a turning point for future artists and how they're treated by the legal system. As for Durk himself, he's taking things one day at a time. His recent jail calls show that he's trying to stay focused, keep his mind in the game, and make sure that when the time comes, he's ready for the fight of his life. Whether it's learning Arabic, connecting with Kanye, or just keeping his head up, Durk is showing resilience in the face of adversity. His supporters are standing by him, hoping that the legal system will give him a fair chance. But even if he's granted bail, the real battle is yet to come. Will he be found guilty, or will he walk free? Will the government's case collapse under the weight of the defense's arguments, or will Durk's involvement in the streets be too hard for the jury to ignore? One thing is certain, Durk's legal fight is about more than just his freedom. It's about his legacy, his family, and his future. As his trial approaches, everything he's worked for will be on the line. The outcome of this case will not only affect him, but will send shockwaves through the entire music industry. This is a case to watch and will be here, following every twist and turn as Durk fights for his future.